Welcome back everybody to the 9th episode of Quickfire Crypto, where we keep you informed on a bi-daily basis. If you're interested in keeping up to date on all things crypto, then subscribe to the channel. We put out a new video every 12 hours. And today's story is an article I found in Crypto News, and it's titled "America's Oldest Bank Says 70% of Institutional Clients Will Invest in Crypto If This One Thing Happens." I wonder what that one thing is, but I'm guessing regulation. So let's jump in. BNY Mellon, America's oldest bank and one of the more crypto-friendly institutions, has said that 70% of institutional investors will increase their digital asset activity when more custody services are available. In a recent research report titled Institutional Investing 2.0, BNY Mellon revealed that 70% of institutional investors surveyed would increase their digital asset activity if services like custody and execution are available from recognized trusted institutions. The report noted that institutional investors are looking for ways to get into the crypto market in a safe and compliant manner, rather than just jumping in immediately with hopes of high returns. Furthermore, the banking giant revealed that around 90% of institutional investors are moving forward with their crypto plans despite the market downturn. The study further indicates that almost all institutional investors are interested in investing in tokenized products. The report also revealed that the bulk majority, that's 88% of institutions, are comfortable with the digital representation of cash or so-called stablecoins. However, 72% said they would like an integrated provider for all digital assets. And the last part says, the results were gathered from a survey of 271 institutional investors, traditional buy-side entities like asset owners, that's pension funds, sovereign wealth funds, etc., institutional asset management firms and hedge funds, who shared their perspectives towards investing in digital assets. And really this is about, as we said earlier, regulation. Institutional investors cannot just go out and buy crypto, no matter how attractive, no matter how much the price has gone down and they think it's going to go back up. They just cannot do it. They're not allowed. There has to be regulation. And so especially pension funds, you can imagine if you're playing with people's pension, the money that people have in the pension saved up, you can't start messing around with anything that's not regulated. So that falls down to the SEC. They are the main regulators for America, and they say what you can, or what institutional investors can and cannot invest in. So let's read on. 97% of institutional investors favour tokenized assets. The report found that institutional investors are increasingly interested in tokenization. 97% agree that tokenization will revolutionize asset management and be good for the industry, the report highlighted. In fact, 63% of respondents said they are only comfortable trading tokenized assets with highly rated traditional institutions. The report listed removing friction from the transfer of value and increasing access for mass affluent and retail investors as the benefits of tokenization. Every asset manager surveyed with more than $1 trillion worth of assets under management is interested in investing in tokenized products, the report noted. The majority, which is 60% of respondents, agree that they are interested, but the large technology investment is an inhibitor. The report's finding about increasing interest in tokenized assets is in line with a recent report by global consulting firm BCG and the Digital Exchange for Private Markets, ADDX, which revealed that there is a huge market for tokenized assets as they help bring liquidity to illiquid markets. And lastly, the BCG report claimed that the total size of tokenized assets globally is expected to grow by more than 50,000% and reach a staggering $16 trillion by 2030. So tokenized assets, for those that don't know, are, if we take a blockchain like Ethereum, it's one of its functions is not just as a cryptocurrency, which is its native cryptocurrency on Ethereum is called Ether. and whilst you can trade that and you can send it from one Ethereum address to another, it actually has another function which, unlike Bitcoin, is that you can issue tokens on the Ethereum network, and they can represent something in the real world. So, for example, a piece of art. You may have heard of NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and they represent things of value, like artwork. Or you could, for example, you could put a house, an NFT or a token that represents a house, and you can, if somebody comes along and buys your house, you can then legally transfer value over much quicker than you could do in the traditional sort of legacy financial world, where you have to get solicitors involved. And the great thing is that you can tokenize anything with value. And so a good example, or a recent example that I've heard of, is if you imagine a young footballer that has that you think has talent, you can sponsor him. He can tokenize himself, create a digital asset online of himself representing his future earnings, and you can sponsor him. And that's to say, give him money today, and then you would get, say, 2% of his expected return for the next 10 years or 15 years, or his entire career, if he, depending on how desperate it was. And you can do that with, say, to bring art back into it again, not just a representation of a piece of art, but also it can be divided. So each token can be divided into, a million different pieces, making a Renoir or a Picasso painting, for example. You can split that up, and now it's divisible by a million parts, making the art world accessible for the average retail investor like you and me. So we can own a piece of art and have exposure to the art world, without having to find millions to buy the Picasso. So it's a really interesting concept, and so yeah, and this is positive news. And I'm sure once we get regulation and the SEC and the FCA in the UK give us clear regulation as to what we can and cannot do, I think institution will jump in with both feet, because it's just a revolutionary technology. So that's all I've got for you today. Remember, everybody, to subscribe to the channel, join our team. We'll keep you updated on crypto every 12 hours. Smash that like button if you feel you got value from this video, and I'll see you all in 12 hours.